Airstream refers to this as your patio pancake light. They call it that because it's flush. But you can see the nice chrome piece that's around the light, and it really does light up your patio at night. Up here we have the ventilation above the stovetop, which is operated from the inside. This is outside 110 power, so this is not live unless you're plugged in. But since we are plugged in, this allows us to plug the trailer next to you in, or of course, when you're at a campsite, you can plug in any 110 device that you like right here. This is the back of the water heater. You don't need to come out and light pilot lights, just touch a button on the inside. We refer to it as a technician's compartment for coming in, bleeding air out of the lines, what have you. This is the awning's highest point. What I like about the highest point is this. When you open and close the door, it doesn't hit on top. So if you do it too many times with it too low, it'll give you a little line there, which can become agitated. In addition to the screen door, when you close it, you can see it's very, very firm on the close. And when you close the door, you can hear that it's very tight. As it closes, it's like ready for takeoff. And as you open it back up, the screen is actually caught by the door. And you can open it, and you're not going to do any damage back here because we have a little pad. As far as raising and lowering the awning, you can see that the awning is up currently. The easiest way to do it is from the inside here, as opposed to the outside here. So when you're coming through the inside, you can see the different notches. This is its highest point. You push this button away from you, and that releases the tension. You can see that it catches the various hooks. Now, when it's raining good, it's nice to leave it like this, but tilted the other way to get the water runoff going away from the door. Let's go down to the other side, and I can show you the way that process. Same thing right here. Operate from the inside, push out on the knob, release the tension, support it here with your right hand, and you drop it down. This would be the ideal awning live for a rainy day. Now, if you push it all the way down, then we can take it to its lowest setting, come back to the other side, and you can take the strap out while we do that right here, and take it down to its lowest setting. 3, 2, 1, and 0. At this point, your tension is in these arms right here. What you do is you pull down towards yourself on this knob right here, like so, and you can see that the tension's released. Take your left hand here, and with your right hand come up and support it, and take it and lay it right in here. This is the correct position for it to be in. If you accidentally put it in here, you'll only make the mistake once, most likely, because as it comes up, it'll break this piece off. It needs to be located right on the outer edge. Come over to the other side and do the same process over here. Once again, best operated from the inside as opposed to being out here. Pull down towards yourself to release it, and at this point, remember, it's spring loaded, so it wants to go up on you at this point. So as I take this off, I kind of hold it here to make sure that it doesn't roll up on me, and if it's wound real tight, what you do is you can just kind of hold down the line. Now this one's not bad, it's not jumping up on me. It can depend on how tight they're wound. Once you get it to right here, you hold the strap, and if it's not going, you just kind of give it a little twirl, and now it wants to go, as you can see. It's on your way up. Always nice to let them up as slow as you possibly can. And if you're shorter, you can take the awning rod at this point right here and just walk it up. You can see once it gets all the way up there, it's enclosed in an aluminum wrap. What the process is we take this wheel, turn it in and lock it. Do the same to the other side. And then take the awning rod to this safety latch here and twirl it in addition to having this locked up in here. Okay? Decent amount of information to know up here. First, here's your storage compartment. Right here that's under the bed. I showed you from the inside and told you you'd be able to find it a little better from the exterior right here. This is your gen prep plug, okay? So you can pull your extension, your power cord from the back of the trailer where it's located all the way up to the front to plug it into a portable generator, but having a quick connect right here makes it a lot more simple. Your batteries are located right up front here, and as you can see, you have two 24 series 12 volt deep cycle batteries, marine grade, and right up above in here is where we locate your propane tanks. You have two 7.5 gallon propane tanks, giving you a total of 15 gallons. And if you come right over here to this side, you'll see this little crank right here is for a spare tire, which is located down right underneath there. Makes it nice and simple. Of course, with Airstream's independent rubber torsion suspension system, it actually enables you to go down the road on 3 wheels to wherever you need to get to. So probably not going to be a problem with the spare tire, but even if you didn't have one or you had 2 flats, it wouldn't be a problem. This is your tow plug right here. What we do is we wire a brake controller into your vehicle, and each of these different prongs has a different function. For example, a right and left turn indicator. One of them is your brakes. One of them is your running lights. And one of them is a trickle charge from the battery on the tow vehicle back to the batteries here. So if you go on a little half-hour jaunt there in the trailer, it's not going to give you too much of a charge, but you drive a good 6-7 hour drive, you'll have a nice trickle charge that's built up for you once you get there. This right here is your electric tongue jack. There's a light on it so you can see what you're doing at night, and it raises and lowers the trailer to take it on and off the truck, and it also levels you from front to back. This is your stone guard right here. Its function is to protect the curved riveted glass behind it. It's only about $125. The curved riveted glass behind it, all the money. So you want to break this as opposed to the glass behind it. Same thing down here. Your rock guard, if you've ever seen about a 30-40-year-old Airstream trailer, you'll see some dimples up front where rocks come up, kicked it, hit it over time. This will protect that, and once again, only $100 and something versus the curved Alcoa riveted panel behind it that's all pressed and done on the machine at the factory that costs a substantial amount more money than the stone guard does that's covered. This is your stabilizer jack. You have 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and they're for stabilization only. So they take all the rock out of the trailer, so you can get yourself level front to back, and you can get yourself stabilized everywhere with these. It's not important to be completely level, because what you have is the the Freon doesn't have a problem making it up the lines to get to the fridge anymore. They're much more sophisticated than they used to be. However, if you are substantially out of level right to left, we still suggest that you run up on a couple of 2x4s back here at the tires. This is your dump station right here. You have your black and your gray with a light so you can see what you're doing at night. You take the sewer hose, you hook it in, you run it down into the line, you pull the black, you pull the gray. The sewer hose stores in this black tube right here. And then in addition, they have a black tank flush out. So once you're done, you can take your city water connection hose, hook it into the black tank flush out, and it has sprayers that spray into the black tank. You can add a little chemical into the toilet and pull the valve again, reflushing out the black tank. As I pointed to, this is your city water connection. When you're at a campsite, you hook into here, and that's how you get all your water and your water pressure. You don't need to turn your water pump on. The only time you need to turn your water pump on is when you're actually filling the fresh water tank or your potable water tank and you're dry camping without pressure. Then you turn the 12-volt water pump on to provide pressure. Outside shower, satellite dish for the TV. This is where you hook in electrically. This is what gives you all the power to your trailer. Once again, this is the back of the refrigerator compartment. You don't need to get in here unless you're, it's really, once again, a technician's compartment. Nothing that the average person needs to play with. To access your outside shower, you take your 751 key, you insert it into the lock there, and you pull it down. You have a hot and cold lever, and the shower right here. This is great for hands, kids' feet, dogs, any of that. You can even just set it right into the holder right there. Works wonderful. This is just your heat release for the furnace, nothing you need to mess with. Back here you have your cast aluminum tail lights with LED lights running inside there. As you open up the bumper, this is really just storage. They have the awning rod in here, not necessarily need to be kept here, but this is primarily for your power cord, other little things. You don't need to keep your sewer hose in here because we have a separate compartment for that, as you already saw.